How's it all, you beautiful people in the world watching this? This is MMan65 to you all, and welcome back to the channel. I have been gone for a little while, guys. It's just because I've been trying to find my way, and the newest look. The what is it called? I'm just calling it a No, I'm just calling it a goatee because I can't remember. Mustache and a beard. But here, I've grown a goatee, plus with my mustache. So, leave in the comments down below what you think it is. But today, guys, is a big video. Just a little bit. In today's video, I'm bringing up a subject that I've been wanting to bring up for a long time. And that is on a show that's been shown on Discovery Channel for a long time. It's called Naked and Afraid. And what's my comment on it? It sucks! Oh dear Lord. Where do I start? Okay, let's start with number one. The subject. In Naked and Afraid, two survivors who have been learning how to survive in different skills like building a fire and that. Sorry guys, my throat's a bit itchy, so if I cough, I do apologize. But as I was saying, basically the whole challenge is that you must that these experts in survival, like building fires, hunting, and doing all these sorts of things, what they do is they have to go into these certain environments, either the desert, a faraway island, the rainforest, swamps, or even the icy plains and all that, like Alaska. And they have to be butt naked and only have to survive with the certain items that they bring with them. Like, let's say one person brings a machete, one person brings a hairnet, someone brings here and there, but they are, in the challenge, they're given a map and flint to create fire. Here's the stupid part. The naked part. In what type of survival are you going to be walking, suddenly the wind or some type of horrible thing just blows off your clothes, just like, oh, naked! When is that gonna happen? No, this isn't gonna happen. So that's one. And here's second. Number two. The whole concept. See, they must go in certain places that have the deadliest animals. Spiders, snakes, crocodiles, polar bears, freaking coyotes. All of these over here. Sometimes they're in Alabama, and that has a lot of crocodiles, dangerous snakes, spiders, insects, all that. And here's the problem. It brings back the naked part. If I was surviving, and I was fully clothed, and there were bugs in that, I would have clothes to protect me from getting bitten, stung, or anything. These guys have no clothes. They don't have any ointment to put onto their skin so that they don't get bitten or stung. No, they don't have that. They either have mud to rub on their skin, which is, yes, it's a good way to keep away bugs and that, and it's also what elephants in Africa actually do to keep away mosquitoes and that. They would actually go into the water and rub themselves with mud because the mud acts as a repellent to keep the bugs away. And when they get there, they either die or fly away. Here's the thing. That's not usually the thing that works because these guys get stung. They get bitten in that and they end up with these horrible diseases. Horrible infections in that. In one of them, there are mosquitoes, and here's the problem with mosquitoes. They carry every bit of deadly disease. Example, malaria, HIV, every single disease you can think of comes in a little thing like a mosquito. In one of them, and this was showing the aftermath of all of these bugs and all that, there was a woman who went on there and she basically won. Her friend and her got out of there alive. Here was the problem. 2 days afterwards, she went to the hospital, was paralyzed from the waist down because this tiny little mosquito bit her and gave her a certain disease. Now, I can get, if you're in a survival situation, even with clothes, and you get bitten on the neck by this, yes, I can get if you can get the disease. But it gives no excuse when you're butt naked. even being butt naked brings out more worse, because there was a guy who actually was trying to hunt and a Yellowjacket. Now guys, a Yellowjacket is number 3 or number 1 on the worst stings of all time, causing paralyzation. No, not paralyzation. Kind of that feeling when you get tased and the arm goes numb, kind of like that. But he got stung. He got stung on the dick. On the dick. The male genitalia. Got stung there. What the hell? This man, and the Yellowjacket causes swelling. So this guy just went from a normal penis to a swelled up lump, and had to put his penis into murky water that probably has bacteria in that, just to cool it off from the pain. And this has also happened with women, because in the human body, the genitalia releases the most heat, especially with the female vagina. With the vagina, releases the most heat. And what do bugs go? They go to the place with the most heat. So basically, some mosquitoes, some ticks of that have actually gone to that area. And there have been a lot of people who have been stung by sand flies, which are actually flies that are, I think they're buried in the sand, I'm not sure, but they cause massive pain and irritation. And these things aren't small. Well, they are small, but they come in big packs, kind of like locusts. It is bad. Not only that, but they also not just go to places that are very much humid with different types of animals like snakes, spiders, freaking alligators, eels, but they also go to places which are even worse. They have now brought up going to cold front areas like Alaska, naked, in Alaska. Well, the episodes that I've seen, they actually give them a bit of a coat, like a fur, to keep them warm, because they do understand that going in this certain area will actually freeze you to death at a certain time. So they're not given 21 days. They're given, in normal circumstances, they're either given 14 or 21 days to survive, and then they're brought back. But anyway, in the cold front, certain places, they make it 14 days because they know a person's not going to have lost 21 days naked. In that, not only can you get hypothermia, you could also get, what else? I think freezer burn is the same thing, but you can get hypothermia, freezer burn, you can get hurt pretty badly, and in that area, if you were to cut your leg or something, it basically, well, actually, if you cut your leg in the cold, it's less of a way for you to actually get infection, because in the cold, you're less of getting infection in cold than in heat. And here's the good thing about the whole thing. They do have medics on the go. Like, there was a guy who actually, he got stung, and basically there was swelling and pus and that, and he didn't know what to do. But they actually brought in a medic so they could make sure that he was okay, drain it, and if some problems happen, they take him out. Like, if they break their leg, or they get injured badly, they get taken out. And not only that, back to the bad things, when these people are done with this, one, they end up with scars. Like, they end up with certain infections and viruses, having to go to the doctor to help them. Like, there was a guy who had a certain infection because of stinging that actually caused the back of his ear's skin to peel and bleed. That is disgusting, guys. Disgusting. It was disgusting. It was disgusting. like if somebody was editing this, and then they would go in my mouth, it'd just be like, disgusting. Anyway, not only that, but in this show, after the 21 days, they don't even get paid! There's no challenge that when you go out there, you're like, okay, we want you to stay 21 days out there, and you could get up to $20,000 or even $10,000. $10,000 will go well. No, this is their award. Their survival skill level increases, and if they're gone, it decreases by a certain amount. So, but let's put you in the shoes. Let's say you're sitting down here, you're hearing all this and that, you're a trained survivalist, and they say this. Okay, we want to put you in the Amazon for about 21 days without any clothing. You're allowed to bring up one object to help you during this survival. We will give you flint. We will give you a map. But the one thing, but when you do beat the challenge, we will increase your survival skill. What do you say? This is me. And sorry for the language. Fuck you. I would just say that and walk out, because hell no. I know a bit of survivalist, like, you have to build a fire if you're in that certain environment, you have to keep cool in heated environments, and you need to keep water on you, find sources of food and everything. But in the history of the world, we know about the cavemen, but we are past the cavemen. Even cavemen would hunt animals and get like pelts and that for clothing so that they can go out and survive. And not saying that these people didn't survive. There have been over about 75 or 80% of the chance these people end up beating the challenges that they're put in and end up leaving with a higher score rating, but they also leave with amounts of pain. The 20% are people that actually left because they couldn't take the pain, they couldn't take hunger or starvation or even stomach viruses from drinking impure water. How do I end this whole thing? Like, end the show. Because one of these days, they're going to put these people on this show. One guy's going to end up injured really badly, bitten by a dangerous snake, and end up either in a coma or dead. It is the worst. If you're ever in a survival situation, have gear on you. A backpack that has clothes, a tent, and everything. That is survivalist. You will have the gear that you need to survive. Unlike this, which they put you in no gear. Only, let's say, you only bring one gear, like a rope or a machete in that. I mean, there was this one innovative guy who brought a Chinese sword, which basically is like a Chinese machete that's able to cut through wood with ease. And it's actually pretty good. But I've seen these guys, they survive in the worst type of climates, and they're pretty good. And we're going to bring up the final words. So, guys, the final words, let me just bring that up. The final words to this. The show is at a point good because it trains a person to survive in a certain climate if in some sort of way, like a hurricane blows your clothes off, or a tiger rips them off, or suddenly you were like, ugh, it's too hot, ugh, oh, that crocodile's taking my clothes, oh, damn. It shows that a person can actually survive during those climates due to bugs, predators, diseases, and everything. Sorry guys, I was just talking to my mother and that. We were having a conversation. Sorry about that. But anyway guys, with the whole thing in that, I do understand on where they're going in that. But it is actually bad because most of these people end up walking away with massive damage to them. So guys, that's the end of the video now. If you guys did like this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and click the bell icon if you want to see more of my content. And remember guys, if you're going to survive, survive with the proper equipment. Not like Naked and Afraid, and more like Bear Grylls. It's better to have the equipment and end up having to use your urine as water than going out there and either dying of being eaten, dying of a disease, or being broken in half by a tree. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed. This is your man, MMan65, signing out. I hope you guys have a good day. God bless. Good afternoon and everything. I hope you guys enjoy your day. This is MMan65 signing out. Peace. Boom.